The word hacker today often conjures images of shadowy figures, people intent on breaking into secure computer systems for nefarious purposes, but this modern interpretation is a far cry from its origins. Before the internet connected, every home and smartphone sat in every pocket. Hacking meant something else entirely. It was a term of respect, a badge of honor. It described someone with a profound understanding of systems, someone who could make technology do new and unexpected things. Curiosity was the driving force, not malice. These early pioneers were driven by an insatiable desire to explore, to learn, and to improve the technological world around them, often for the sheer joy of the intellectual challenge it presented. This original hacker ethic was rooted in a playful, creative spirit. It was about pushing boundaries and seeing what was possible. Think of it as intellectual tinkering on a grand scale. These individuals were not interested in causing harm or stealing information. Instead, they wanted to master the machines they encountered, to bend them to their will in elegant and ingenious ways. They saw a closed system not as a barrier, but as an invitation to understand its inner workings. This deep dive into the mechanics of technology was a pursuit of knowledge and a celebration of cleverness. The thrill came from solving the puzzle, from making a complex piece of machinery perform a new, unimagined trick, demonstrating a superior understanding of its capabilities. Long before complex software and global networks, this hacking ethos was applied to physical systems. Engineers and hobbyists would modify radios to pick up distant signals. They might rewire telephone equipment to explore the vast, unseen network that connected the world. It was about taking existing technology and, through cleverness and insight, extending its capabilities or finding entirely new applications for it. This hands-on approach, this willingness to get under the bonnet and truly understand how things worked, was the hallmark of the first hackers. They were the masters of their technological domains, always seeking to learn more and to share their discoveries with like-minded individuals, fostering a collaborative environment of learning. A fascinating precursor to computer hacking was the phenomenon known as phone phreaking. This involved exploring the intricacies of the telephone system. Figures like John Draper, also known as Captain Crunch, became legends in this subculture. Draper famously discovered that a toy whistle given away in cereal boxes could emit a tone at precisely 2,600 Hz. This was the same frequency used by a TAN DT to signal that a trunk line was available for a new call. This discovery allowed freaks to make free long-distance calls, but for many, the allure wasn't the free calls themselves. It was the thrill of understanding and navigating a complex, continent-spanning machine, revealing its hidden pathways and operational secrets. The early 1960s at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT, was a crucible of technological ferment. This was not just any university, it was a global center for scientific and engineering advancement. Here, brilliant minds converged, surrounded by the nascent tools of the digital age. Among these tools was the PDP-1, a revolutionary for its time mini-computer from Digital Equipment Corporation. Unlike the room-size mainframes that crunched numbers for large organizations, the PDP-1 was relatively more accessible. It offered a tantalizing glimpse of interactive computing, a direct conversation between human and machine, which was a radical departure from the batch processing norms of the era, sparking immense excitement among the students. Within this vibrant environment, the Tech Model Railroad Club, or TMRC, became an unlikely epicenter of early hacking culture. On the surface, it was a club dedicated to model trains with complex layouts of tracks, switches, and signals. But beneath this charming facade, it was a hotbed of technical ingenuity. The members weren't just playing with trains, they were designing and building intricate electronic control systems. They were pushing the boundaries of what could be achieved with relays, wires, and soldering irons. The club room was a sanctuary for those who loved to tinker, to understand, and to improve, fostering a unique blend of collaborative problem-solving and individual brilliance that would define the hacker spirit. The atmosphere within the TMRC was one of intense focus and shared passion. The air buzzed with discussions of circuits, systems, and optimization. Members spent countless hours meticulously wiring their model railway, creating a sophisticated network that mirrored real-world railway operations, but with their own custom modifications and improvements. They developed their own jargon, their own standards, and a deep appreciation for elegant design, what they called the hack. A good hack was a clever solution to a complex problem, a testament to the ingenuity of its creator. This environment nurtured a profound respect for skill and a dedication to mastering the intricate details of any system they encountered, laying a cultural foundation for future digital exploration. It was these TMRC members who truly embodied the original spirit of hacking. They dedicated themselves to understanding the complex systems of their model railway and later the PDP-1 computer. They explored its architecture, learned its programming language, and sought ways to make it do more. Their motivation was not financial gain or disruption, but the sheer intellectual joy of exploration and creation. They shared their discoveries openly, building upon each other's work in a collaborative environment that valued cleverness and mastery above all else. This ethos, born amidst the clicking relays of model trains and the hum of early computers, was the true genesis of hacker culture, a culture deeply embedded in curiosity and the pursuit of excellence. Among the bright sparks at TMRC was a student named Steve Russell, affectionately known as Slug Russell. He, along with his fellow club members, was captivated by the potential of the PDP-1. This machine, with its cathode ray tube display and relatively fast processing, was a blank canvas. Russell and his collaborators saw beyond its intended purpose of complex calculations. They envisioned something far more engaging, something interactive and dynamic. They dreamt of creating a program that would not just compute, but would entertain and demonstrate the computer's capabilities in a visually compelling way, something that would truly showcase the magic hidden within the machine's circuits and memory. The challenge they set themselves was ambitious: to create the world's first interactive digital computer game. The result was Spacewar, a groundbreaking creation that emerged in 1962. The game depicted two player-controlled spaceships, a sleek wedge and a more rotund needle, engaged in a dogfight around a central star. The star exerted a gravitational pull, adding a layer of strategic complexity. Players had a limited supply of missiles and fuel, forcing them to maneuver carefully. It was a digital ballet of physics and strategy, a testament to what could be achieved with imagination and programming skill on these early machines, transforming the computer from a mere calculator into a portal for interactive experiences. The development of Spacewar was a collaborative effort, a hallmark of the hacker ethic. Russell may have written the initial code, but others, like Martin Graetz and Wayne Whitenan, contributed significantly. They spent countless hours, often late into the night, hunched over the PDP-1's console, debugging code, refining algorithms, and adding new features. They meticulously crafted the game's physics, ensuring the ships moved realistically. They added a randomly generated starfield for background and later a hyperspace feature, a risky escape maneuver that could either save a player or destroy their ship. This iterative process of improvement and shared creation was central to the TMRC way of doing things. Spacewar was more than just a game, it was a phenomenon. It quickly spread to other institutions that had PDP-1 computers, becoming a benchmark program and a source of endless fascination. It demonstrated the remarkable potential of computers for real-time interaction and graphical display, concepts that were revolutionary at the time. The game inspired a generation of programmers and designers, laying the foundational code and, more importantly, the creative spirit for the entire video game industry that would follow decades later. It was a pure product of hacker curiosity, a beautiful piece of engineering born from the desire to explore and create something novel and exciting with new technology. The contributions of these early hackers, like Steve Russell and the TMRC collective, were profoundly positive. They were not digital vandals, they were pioneers, driven by an unyielding curiosity and a desire to push the boundaries of what was known. Their playful explorations with the PDP-1 and other technologies laid crucial groundwork. They helped to demystify computers, transforming them from intimidating behemoths into tools for creativity and interaction. The programs they wrote, the systems they mastered, and the culture they fostered were instrumental in shaping the personal computing revolution that was still decades away. planting the seeds for a future where technology would become deeply integrated into daily life. Their lasting impact on technology extends far beyond specific inventions like Spacewar. They cultivated what became known as the hacker ethic. This philosophy championed principles such as open access to computers and information, the belief that information should be free, and a fundamental mistrust of centralized authority. These ideals promoted a decentralized approach to technology and knowledge sharing. This ethic encouraged collaboration, the open sharing of code, and the continuous improvement of systems by a community of passionate individuals. It was this very spirit that fueled the development of open-source software and the collaborative nature of many internet-based projects that we rely on today. At the heart of their endeavors was an unquenchable spirit of curiosity and boundless creativity. This intrinsic motivation to understand, to improve, and to build something new is the lifeblood of technological progress. The early hackers demonstrated that innovation often arises not from formal directives or profit motives, but from the sheer joy of intellectual challenge and the desire to make cool things happen. This playful yet rigorous approach to problem solving continues to inspire engineers, programmers, and innovators across all fields. The legacy of these pioneers serves as a constant reminder that true breakthroughs often come from those who dare to ask, "What if?" and then dedicate themselves to finding the answer. Ultimately, the legacy of Steve Russell and his contemporaries is not just etched in the lines of code they wrote or the games they created. It resides in the vibrant, collaborative culture they nurtured, a culture that values exploration, ingenuity, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. They showed the world that technology could be a playground for the mind, a medium for artistic expression, and a powerful tool for positive change. The spirit of those first hackers, their dedication to understanding and improving the world through technology, continues to resonate, reminding us that at its best, hacking is an act of profound creativity and a testament to the human desire to explore the unknown frontiers of possibility.